For our next story, we head to Wiltshire to hear from Rich Hitz from the Transition Marlborough over there in Wiltshire. Welcome, Rich, and over to you.
Thank you so much. You can hear me and I hope can see me and the slides. So a quick blizzard story from us, and let's see if I can do this in 5 minutes. So we were formed in September 2011 and also managed to persuade the council to become a transition council. It was all around the basis of running on empty and inspired by Rob and Transition Totnes. And I think the biggest future shock looking back on this now is that Rob hasn't changed at all. This is a shot I took from a few days ago. So there you go. So in Transition Marlborough, we've been together. We've been doing this for over 10 years. We've run all sorts of projects. We have been doing the big stuff with from the 70 people that first came to our first meeting. We've got involved with many things, but of course, and I'd like to just say that this talk is inspired by Millie Carmichael, the previous chair of Transition Marlborough, and she's out there in front of what is now the community fridge in Marlborough. We've done a lot of things and moved towards a real permaculture base and trying to make a change and difference to the environment. But now we're driving this through our community fridge project, which I think is really important. Our message, our blizzard message for you is it's all about knitting, weaving and seed sowing, whether it be physical seeds or seeds in people's minds for ideas. This is some of our stuff that we've done in the past. We had we've span out a community energy group. We have put bike racks in the town, cycle routes. We did transition streets. We got people buying bulk food from Suma and then distributing it, so cutting down on transport. But now we've moved towards supporting our local zero waste shop where you just buy what you need. And these community shops, this one is owned, but they are really important. And I would strongly ask everyone to try and support. If you have one, Guildford has one, for example, try and support them as well. But as I said, we got into permaculture and some of our rather head-on campaigning with Wiltshire and with councils took a bit of a back seat. And we've now built from our permaculture group, which I would, and Millie calls our magnetic center, which holds everything together. We've trained many, many people on our courses and inspired allotment holders. When I was a town councillor, we got the allotment waiting list to 0. It's now back up at 30 because of a lot of what we've done. And it's driven the community fridge. And as I say, is now our core principle. So let's try and knit and weave and explain some of this very quickly. So we drive relationships now. We try and link people together. We make things happen. And with talking to the town council during COVID, we got the community fridge going. From our work with taking over Town in an Orchard, where people have been planting trees in fruit trees in Marlborough, we've gone a long way to improve biodiversity. That has inspirational impact on the B Roads project that we've been working on, which in turn improves fruit yield, which can supply the community fridge, among other things. But this has then inspired gardening and growing growers to actually help. And the villages surrounding us have been inspired through B Roads to produce rain gardens, which the supermarkets have taken.
Rich.
Yeah. River Kennet has then done a lot more with us. So ARC has then tried to do things with us. So we get this circular events that really make things happen. There are lots of pictures, which I'm sure the slides will show later, about how we've done these things and the rain gardens that we've produced from this. And a quick plug, if you've got fruit trees, record their flowering state at Fruit Watch. And I'd just like to say thank you so much for allowing us to talk about this community fridge, which is in Waitrose car park and making a big difference to our town with lots of growing space now outside it. And if you'd like to hear more, then please contact me. Thank you very much.